Hi everyone! In my previous video, I shared the first time I made the Nagumo weapon. Thank you so much for watching. And an even bigger thanks to those who reached out to place an order. This is probably the 6th or 7th time I've built this weapon. I'm not uploading this video to show off. The thing is, Formex is still a very new material for people outside Southeast Asia. I know most people who make cosplay props usually work with EVA foam instead. As for me, I'm a recycler, not a professional prop maker. I happened to come across this single-use PVC plastic, and I learned that it's rarely processed and often just thrown away. Because so few people even know what it is, even fewer care about recycling it. That's why I keep working with Formex, not because I'm passionate about making cosplay props, but because I'm committed to recycling this material. I've also designed a series of DIY Formex kits you can make at home, arranged from easy to difficult. If you follow the steps, you'll be able to master carving and handling this material to create detailed weapon models. What you're seeing here is a custom Nagumo weapon, design requested by a customer. Making something by myself is easy, but explaining it in a way others can follow is a whole different challenge. Teaching someone how to build it so they can succeed too, that's the hard part. In this video, I'll show you the latest silver and allow size and bars, upgrades, wagres, theories, and those sort of swattrendar and improvements I made to the Nagumo weapon compared to the previous version, and give you some important notes if you plan to build one at home. I hope more people will want to try working with this material, not just one or two. And if you don't want to make it yourself, you can still support me by placing an order, or even just watching and sharing the video. I really need the watch hours to unlock monetization. Turning trash into decor doesn't exactly make good money, so I'd really appreciate your support. Thank you. To improve paint coverage, I painted the parts before assembling them. This also makes it easier to explain the upgrades in this version. First, the 4 multi-use blades remain unchanged. What has changed is how I mounted them between the 2 sides of the box structure. In the first version, I had to cut a round hole in the top layer to increase the glue contact area. But after extended use, one customer reported that the glue might come loose. So now I've secured it with screws, attaching it directly to the rotating axle. Done. Next upgrade, strengthening the structure of the 2 extremely illogical double-length weapon poles of Nagumo's design. When you flip open the scythe and spear ends, the main shafts become hollow and unstable. To fix that, I added a reinforcing strip along the back of the weapon's body. But adding reinforcement reduces the space available for folding the weapon tip. So I had to slightly adjust the blade's shape to balance things out, adding stability without ruining the folded form. Third upgrade, the scythe blade stopper. This little stopper keeps the blade from folding back in when it's open. To make the stopper slide along the guide track, I glued 2 extra layers of Formex to act as a stabilizing core. But since it's only held together by glue, and it moves under repeated stress, there's a high risk of it coming loose over time. In the latest version, I replaced this with a solid piece of Formex inserted through a cutout slot, not glued. Now it's sturdy. No risk of glue failure or snapping. That's the summary of all the upgrades and improvements in this latest version. I hope this explanation helps everyone who buys the giant DIY kit successfully build one of the most structurally nonsensical weapons ever made. About the DIY kits. Inside the kits, you'll find everything you need to build the final weapon. For this Nagumo kit, I pack everything into a box exactly the size of the weapon itself. That way, customers can also reuse the shipping box as material. No waste. In addition to the main material, Formex, you'll get carbon paper plus printed blueprint sandpaper, a mini first aid bandage, my business card, a thank you note, plus discount code. Cutters, glue, and spray paint aren't included, since they can't be shipped by air. I hope buyers can find these 3 tools on their own. If you care about the environment and want to support recycling, and also want a custom build, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. See you again in the next video.